well-orchestrated propaganda campaign was launched against Sri Lanka ahead of the 46th session of the Human Rights Council. This campaign was carried out with extensive focus on Sri Lanka, while reports pertaining to the situation in over 10 other countries were presented at the 46th session of the HRC. The synchronized content of the propaganda against Sri Lanka and the exploitation of the OHCHR mechanism in doing so demonstrated a clear case of premeditated endeavour. Honourable Speaker, I wish to recall that last year I have briefed the House of the reasons which led to the withdrawal from the co-sponsorship of the HRC Resolution 40/1 and preceding Resolutions 34/1, 30/1, which was announced at the 43rd session of the Human Rights Council in February last year. It is unfortunate that the unconstitutional action of co-sponsorship of a resolution against Sri Lanka by the previous government brought to a halt the comprehensive post-conflict development process, which included domestic reconciliatory process. The new resolution in an unwarranted manner seeks to interfere in all matters that are domestic affairs of a sovereign country. We question the members of the UN whether Sri Lanka represents a case warranting the immediate attention of Human Rights Council. Sri Lanka has only defeated a secessionist terrorist campaign and acted within the legal rights to defend its territorial integrity. Sri Lanka regrets this resolution seeks to create perception of discrimination and marginalization of its people, which is far from the truth. Issues affecting people of Sri Lanka are common to all people, irrespective of their ethnicity or religion. The government is determined to achieve its main targets to improve the lives of the poor and public despite these distractions. No sovereign government is bound to work according to the external prescriptions but be guided by the democratic aspirations of its people. Sri Lanka has a well-established, time-honoured legal system which is capable of ensuring dispensation of justice according to the Constitution of Sri Lanka. I would like to refer to the island of Sunday, 20th March. The headlines, Honourable Speaker: UK suppress wartime High Commission dispatches unfavourable to Western strategy at the UN HRC. 20-year UN ban on examination of accusations, where exclusive interview given by the former Chief Justice Sarathen Silva is reported. Along with Lord Nesby, the submission in the House of Lords, requesting the British government to release all the confidential papers that are today has to be released, at least to the Human Rights Commission. We are aware that British officials who are reporting on security matters have reported that all these allegations are false. The figures are false, unsubstantiated by various individuals to bring Sri Lanka to disrepute. Let us face anyone, any member of the opposition, my good friends from the TNA, could show the world or the UN Human Rights Commission if they have access to these documents. But Lord Nesby has access to these documents because they have been made public after a long battle with Lord Nesby. And he has published a book, he has the reports, and he is openly calling upon the British government to submit these confidential dispatches. So, Honourable Speaker, the British initiative to lead the core group while suppressing information that is available with them is unwarranted. I would like to conclude. The government remains committed to protect those who have made immeasurable sacrifices to neutralize terrorism. protect the territorial integrity of the country, and to regain for all people in Sri Lanka the most cherished of all, right to life. It is regrettable that the proponents of the resolution seek to create ambiguous mechanisms with funds of millions of US dollars at a time of severe financial constraints faced by the UN. We call upon the proponents of this resolution to divest the money allocated for the implementation of this unprecedented proposal to improve the lives of the people affected by the conflict. This huge amount of funds is sufficient to build thousands of houses to cover entire people deprived in the Jaffna Peninsula. If these funds are directed that way to a more positive cause, it will be more valuable at this juncture. Affected by the conflict, possibility to vaccinate the populations of the entire Jaffna Peninsula against the COVID-19 and other areas in the country by supporting and making use of these funds, which they are going to fund for other purposes just to keep their officials visiting and inquiring against countries.